Apex News, India, Northeast.
Hello and welcome viewers, I am Deepika De and you are watching Apex News India. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Now news in detail.
Hundreds of people gathered at Kyandelat, Shillong, on 13th June to pay tribute to 6 Naga lives lost in Manipur, sending a strong message of unity, compassion, and solidarity. Organized by the Naga Elders Forum Shillong, the candlelight vigil brought together people from different communities, faiths, and walks of life who offered prayers, observed moments of silence, and stood in support of the bereaved families.
Of the Naga people, we have so many CSOs, NGOs and student bodies all around. Even in Manipur, if you look at it, or in Nagaland or any parts of the India, if you look at it, there are societies and NGOs who are already raising their voice. In fact, it's not only individuals, but also the government agencies and many other CSOs are already raising their voice on this. And so I think it's time for the government to think carefully and listen to the voice of the cries of the people and take some action to it. Because as you see, the situation really is. The president of the Naga Elders Forum, Shillong.
1, 2, hello. Hello, check 1, 2. Hello, check 1, 2. 1, 2, hello. Check 1, 2.
Yeah, as you see, the Nagas all over the world are grieving for the death of our people, especially the 6 people, as you see in the banner, that they have been tortured and they have been killed, and for which we are here today. Our killings going on almost every day, and this is taken a blind eye by the mainstream. Even I would like to encourage the central government and also the government of Manipur to take strict action on some of these things that we are observing right now.
The Indian Air Force confirmed the death of 5, including the pilot of an Antonov An-32 transport plane that crashed in Jorhat, Assam, on Saturday, 13th June. The co-pilot survived the crash with injuries, which occurred during landing at the local Air Force base in the morning. The causes for the incident are yet to be ascertained. The Air Force has set up a court of inquiry, the regular procedure in such matters. The sole survivor is reported to be under treatment. The Indian Air Force, IAF, deeply regrets the loss of 5 personnel in the An-32 accident at Jorhat, Assam, a statement issued by the Air Force said on X. The accident was confirmed earlier on Saturday, without sharing more detail. Former environmental regulator Nabha Bhattacharjee has admitted that Meghalaya's 100-hectare threshold for scientific mining is a bottleneck for small miners, but warned that any move to relax safety standards could trigger a fresh judiciary-led shutdown of the state's coal industry.
Ministry of Environment and Forest, Government of India. And as an expert on this, particularly the EIA, I would like to say that scientific mining was the need of the hour subsequent to the ban imposed by Honorable NGT and upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court. But the question remains here is being bound by area, which earlier also I have articulated. You see, if you see the conditions put by myself and my committee in while giving approval for the 3 mines, scientific mining, we have put a number of conditions, almost 70 conditions for the protection of the environment, safety of the miners, and other prerequisite so that the people are not impacted. But here the question I also feel very strongly, and it is not an afterthought, that the area needs to be also brought down rationally so that there is a level playing field. However, all or most of the conditions like safety, treatment of the water, and other issues needs to be taken care of even in small holdings. We are all taking up with the center. I am also in discussion with friends, colleagues in the Environment Ministry, and particularly it is in the domain of the Ministry of Coal, Ministry of Mines, to bring down that area restriction, which will do a lot of good. But again, I'll repeat, being from the environmental background, heading the SESC for 2 terms, it is imperative that the environment must be the priority at all costs.
Assam tightens Aadhaar rules for adults. In a major decision, the Assam cabinet has decided to stop the direct issuance of Aadhaar cards to individuals above 18 years of age. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said the move is aimed at preventing illegal immigrants from obtaining Aadhaar documents. Additional verification measures are expected to be introduced for adult applicants.
115%. So there is every apprehension that even after 100% saturation, who are taking these Aadhaar cards? We want to fully prove that no illegal immigrants is taking advantage of Aadhaar. Cabinet has decided to stop issuance of Aadhaar card for any person more than 18 years of age. However, for children below 18 years of age, Aadhaar will be continuously provided. But no one will get Aadhaar if the citizen is of 18 plus. If at all there is some genuine person, then Deputy Commissioner has to send a proposal. Government will approve, but not at the Deputy Commissioner level or DC level. No more Aadhaar card will be issued to the citizen having more than 18 years of age. We want to stop the leakage in issuance of Aadhaar. It is for all the time to come. Complete ban.
Bodies of Pakistani soldiers returned from Balochistan. Reports from Balochistan claim that Baloch groups have handed over the bodies of 18 Pakistani soldiers, including a major and 2 captains, to authorities in Pakistan's Punjab province on humanitarian grounds following armed clashes in the region. The development comes amid continuing unrest in Balochistan.
It's time for us to take a short break here. We'll be right back with some more updates. Be with us.
Welcome to Green Haven, Shillong, where luxury meets the serenity of nature. Nestled in the misty hills of Shillong, Green Haven offers
Step into elegant rooms and thoughtfully designed suites crafted for comfort, relaxation, and unforgettable moments. Whether it's a romantic getaway, a family vacation, or a refreshing business stay, every experience here feels warm, personal, and truly special. Wake up to the beauty of Meghalaya, savor locally inspired flavors, and unwind in a calm atmosphere that blends modern luxury with eco-friendly living.
Welcome back once again. Let's continue the news.
temple attack convict awarded death penalty. In a significant judicial development, a person convicted in a temple attack case has reportedly been sentenced to death. The verdict has drawn widespread attention across the country and sparked discussions on the legal response to acts of terror and violence targeting places of worship.
की अदालत ने 2 उइगर मुसलमानों को मंदिर पर हमला करने के लिए फांसी की सजा सुना दी है। थाईलैंड की एक अदालत ने साल 2015 में बैंकॉक के एक प्रसिद्ध एरावान मंदिर में हुए बम धमाके के मामले में 2 चीनी उइगर मुसलमानों को मौत की सजा सुनाई है। इस धमाके में 20 लोगों की मौत हुई थी, जबकि 120 लोग घायल हो गए थे। आपको बता दें कि थाईलैंड की राजधानी बैंकॉक में स्थित एरावान मंदिर हिंदू देवता ब्रह्मा को समर्पित है। यहाँ पर थाईलैंड के हिंदू भगवान ब्रह्मा की पूजा करते थे, लेकिन इसी मंदिर में 2 उइगर मुसलमानों ने आतंकी हमला कर दिया। इसी अपराध के चलते अब इन दोनों उइगर मुसलमानों को फांसी पर लटकाया जा रहा है। दोषी ठहराए गए दोनों आरोपियों की पहचान यूसुफ मिराइल और बिलाल मोहम्मद के रूप में हुई है। ऐसा शायद पहली बार हो रहा है कि मंदिर पर हमले के लिए 2 मुस्लिम अपराधियों को फांसी की सजा दी जा रही है। बताइए, चीन के डर से उइगर मुसलमान चीन के अंदर अपने मन से दाढ़ी नहीं रख सकते, रोजा नहीं रख पाते, महिलाएं बुर्का नहीं पहन पाती, मस्जिदों को चीनी कानून के हिसाब से बनाया जाता है। चीन ने तो उइगर मुसलमानों के लिए 29 नामों की एक लिस्ट तक जारी कर रखी है, जिसमें कहा गया है कि उइगर मुसलमान चीन में अपने बच्चों के नाम मोहम्मद, जिहाद, इस्लाम, इमाम, अजहर और सद्दाम नहीं रख सकते। ऐसे 29 नाम बताए गए हैं। लेकिन जब यही उइगर मुसलमान चीन से बाहर निकलते हैं तो दूसरे देशों में जाकर हिंदू मंदिरों पर हमला करते हैं। बहरहाल आपको बता दें कि थाईलैंड में कई मशहूर हिंदू मंदिर और तीर्थ स्थल हैं, जिनमें भारतीय और थाई वास्तुकला शैलियों का मिला जुला स्वरूप देखने को मिलता है। थाईलैंड के बौद्ध भी हिंदू देवी देवताओं की पूजा करते हैं, क्योंकि दोनों संस्कृतियों के बीच गहरा ऐतिहासिक और सांस्कृतिक जुड़ाव है। हैरानी की बात देखिए कि एक शिव मंदिर को लेकर भी थाईलैंड और उसके पड़ोसी देश कंबोडिया के बीच दशकों से संघर्ष चल रहा है। ये दोनों देश एक शिव मंदिर के लिए आपस में लड़ रहे हैं। दोनों देशों का दावा है कि मंदिर उनके क्षेत्र में है। वैसे 1962 में इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस ने प्रीह वेहियर नाम के इस मंदिर को कंबोडिया का हिस्सा माना था, लेकिन इसके बावजूद थाईलैंड इस शिव मंदिर को अपने पास लाना चाहता है। इसी को लेकर कई बार दोनों देशों के बीच हमले हो चुके हैं।
West Bengal civic chief's son arrested on multiple charges. Avijit Chatterjee, the son of Nehati Municipal Chairman Ashok Chatterjee, has been arrested by Nehati police in West Bengal. He faces serious charges including attempted murder, rape, criminal intimidation, extortion, illegal possession of arms, and violations under the Arms and Explosives Acts. He was produced before the Barakpur Subdivisional Court amid protests by BJP supporters.
अरेस्ट क्यों किया? अभिजीत, अरेस्ट क्यों किया आपको? अभिजीत,
আরে দাদা কি করছেন? গায়ের উপর চলে যাচ্ছে।
কিছু বলবেন? কারা মারলো আপনাকে?
अभिजीत, क्यों अरेस्ट किया गया?
দাদা কিছু বলবেন?
অভিজিৎ দা কি হবে?
কারা মারলো আপনাকে?
Video from Karachi sparks discussion online. A video emerging from Karachi has gained significant attention on social media, with many users highlighting the challenges of conducting business under difficult circumstances. The footage has triggered widespread debate and reactions online. Karnataka farmer assaults government official. A farmer in Karnataka allegedly slapped a government officer after reportedly facing repeated delays and denial of basic services. The incident has reignited discussions about administrative accountability and growing public frustration over governance and bureaucratic inefficiency. Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth named next Army Chief. The Government of India has appointed Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth as the next Chief of the Army Staff, effective 30th June 2026. Currently serving as the Vice Chief of Army Staff, Lt. Gen. Seth will become the Indian Army's 31st Army Chief and the first officer from the Armored Corps to hold the position in nearly 3 decades. During his distinguished career, he has commanded several key operational formations and has played a major role in force modernization initiatives.
बचाओ देश भारत माता की भारत माता की भारत माता की कोई तेरा ये बलिदान याद रखेगा हिंदुस्तान.
So with this we come to an end. For more such updates, keep watching Apex News India. Thank you.
Apex News, India, Northeast.